Hello everyone, I'm PapaKenn and welcome to the first episode of PapaKenn Shakes It Up, the spin-off of PapaKenn with a sweet tooth and PapaKenn strange taste. So yeah, this is technically going to be the third category that I'm going to be making, and the reason I'm calling it PapaKenn Shakes It Up is because we're going to be doing health shakes, or in this case a all-in-one nutritional shake. As some of you may know, I've started a bit of a weight loss journey, so I'm trying out healthier things, less candy, fewer sweets. They'll still pop up from time to time, but I'm going to be trying a more wide variety of things, so there will be many more things other than just PapaKenn's with a sweet tooth from now on. Or PapaKenn sweet tooth, whatever I called it. But basically, the the shake I'm going to be trying today it's from the brand Vega One, at least I think that's how you pronounce it, Vega One, and it's an all-in-one nutritional shake, chocolate flavor. And my wife and I have actually tried these before. I usually put them in my smoothies where I combine it with different fruits and spinach, but for this I'm just wanting to find out how the shake tastes on its own with a liquid that isn't too overpowering. Now, it recommends either 12 ounces of water or 12 ounces of a non-dairy beverage. Now, I might try water sometime, but I would rather do sort of a non-dairy beverage. And I hope that this qualifies, but what I'm going to be mixing it with today is, yes, this does look like milk, but this is almond milk, so it's technically non-dairy. But yeah, I'm going to put it in there, I'm going to mix it up. Of course, I'll fast forward through it. And it's unsweetened almond milk, so there won't be a lot of overpowering taste. The most of what I will get to taste is what this is, and see whether or not by itself it's worth getting. And I'll also throw in my opinion as far as it being mixed with smoothies and whatnot. Now, just so you know, it's plant-based, it is gluten-free, it is dairy-free, despite the fact that it's chocolate flavored, so that's always a plus. It has 170 calories and a whole bunch other nice nutritional facts that I will throw in the description below, because that's not what you all want to hear. You want to see me try this out and give you my opinion, so let's get right into it. Open this bad boy up. Oh, I got a knife in my pocket here, and I'll fast forward and you all will see me in time for the testing, or the tasting. Alright, now that you all got to see that weird little event of me shaking this up, let's find out what this tastes like. Now, from the outside, it definitely just looks like chocolate milk. Has a nice chocolatey flavor. It doesn't, I will say it doesn't smell as pleasant as regular chocolate milk. You can definitely tell it's a bit of a protein powder, but, you know, sometimes smells are deceiving, so we'll try out the taste here. A little bit, actually I was going to say it felt a little bit grainy, but maybe it was just a dry piece I happened to come upon, because texture-wise, like, you can detect that there's some powder in there. It's not very prominent. A little bit bitter, not too bad. I would say that this would probably taste better with something a bit sweeter, like maybe just original almond milk, as opposed to the unsweetened. Because there's definitely the concentration on the chocolate there. They probably didn't add, I assuming they didn't add too many sweeteners to it. So you get the base chocolates, but if you're a fan of dark chocolate, you might like it a little bit more. Trying to think of the right way to explain this. If you've ever had a protein bar, now I don't know if they sell these things overseas, but in America, protein bars are really popular, or at least there's a lot of them. I won't really vouch for their actual popularity. But if you've ever had a protein bar that has chocolate in it, it has that, it has a bit of that protein bar chocolate taste to it, I guess you would say, which makes sense because it's a protein shake. By itself, it's not too bad. I wouldn't say this is something that I would want to drink all the time by itself. Again, I would probably mix it with something a little bit more sweet, like possibly the original almond milk. Yeah, the original almond milk that's actually sweetened. You can actually, if you buy the Silk brand, there's also the vanilla almond milk, which you'll have more calories in that, whereas just regular almond milk tends to be around 60 calories. Unsweetened, per cup, you only have 30 calories, so if the taste doesn't bother you too much, that would probably be the best bet. So that's what I'm going to try and stick with while doing these. But yeah, if you want to go for a little bit of a better flavor, I definitely recommend doing original almond milk or almond milk with vanilla mixed in. Again, for flavor, if you're not too worried about calories, or if you're wanting to add calories in, if you're wanting to gain weight, this would probably be a good bet. Now, overall, taking this experience into account with my experience putting it into smoothies. Now, putting it into smoothies, my usual mix will be, or basically my basic mix, is spinach, bananas, frozen strawberries. I think that's about it. I might add in one or two other things. But then I'll add in the protein powder. And when I put in this, the chocolate Vega protein powder, it is an absolutely delicious mix. I would say that the combining of the strawberries and banana with this, you know, makes for that wonderful flavor. So I would say, okay, overall, I'm going to give this protein powder by itself a 3 out of 5, but with a smoothie a 4 out of 5. Now again, the reason being that by itself it doesn't taste that great. Now health-wise, it does have a lot of good nutrition in it. I'll provide a link down below as well as a small description as to the nutritional value that comes with it. It's definitely one of the better protein powders out there. But when it comes to being mixed in a smoothie, it really enhances the flavor, and especially if you're a fan of chocolate, it gives it this nice, rich taste to it. I just can't really recommend it by itself. I don't know my wife's opinion on it because she is taking these to work as well, and as far as I know, she likes it. I'm going to try some other flavors like this in the future, just to let you all know what I think about it, but again, by itself, a 3 out of 5, but combined into a smoothie, I would give it a 4 out of 5. And in the future, once I go through a few more protein powders, I'm going to start displaying some of my favorite recipes when it comes to mixing in some of these protein powders. Again, if you want just a really basic one that's pretty healthy, I recommend spinach, frozen strawberries, frozen banana, or just a regular banana if you don't have it frozen. Probably about a half cup of water, and then add the protein powder blend, and it's really delicious. So yeah, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to have a lot more stuff like this coming up that's more in the health food area. Going to be some more protein powders, hopefully some better tasting ones. Also going to be featuring just some healthy foods overall to display to you all, give you my opinion on those. If you have anything you would like to recommend, like any particular brands, or if there's anything health-wise that's sort of in the health food area that you've been curious about, but maybe it can be kind of expensive in your area, that you would like me to try out and let you know what I think, let me know, and you know, I'll try it out on a future upcoming episode. But until then, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Papa Ken Shaking It Up. And until next week, everyone, I will see you next time. I still have to work on these intros. All right, everyone, I'll see you next week.